when you're buying from these larger online dealers, right? You know, and I'll go ahead and name a few names, JM Bullion, right? You go there, some of these bigger shops, when you're buying from them, a lot of times they're selling like at the prices they're selling it. You might compare them against others and be like, hey, this is cheap, right? This is very cheap. The reason why they're selling at some of the prices they're selling at, it's called a loss lead. They're willing to lose money on the bullion because that's not where they make their money. Okay, they make their money when you sell it back to them, like we covered. They make their money in storage, and then they also make their money by selling your information, right? So they will sell your personal information to marketing companies, and that's how they make a profit that way. Information, no different than Facebook. Why is Facebook free? They sell your information, right? You are the product. So with a lot of these really big box discount online shops, you are the product. They're selling your information, and that can be personal information, and then that can also be your trade orders. Meaning when they have a big enough client base, they can say, here's our orders, like here's what people are buying and selling right now. They'll take that list and sell that to a hedge fund. The hedge fund will pay really good money for that list because they now have insider information on what the bullion market's doing, right? JP Morgan in 2020, they paid a $2 billion fine for rigging the silver market, and they still made profit after the fine, right? So if they can get information to rig a market or manipulate a market, these hedge funds are willing to pay for that. And so a lot of these bullion, not all of them, but these bigger bullion shops, they'll sell your trade history, your order history for profit on that end as well, right? So if they can get you in purchasing, they can now sell your personal info, they can sell your trade history. And then when you sell it, you've got to come back to them and they're going to make fees when it costs more anyways. They're willing to be really cheap on the front end. They're willing to lose a little bit of money. So that's another thing, like for me with Matt's company, Mimple, they don't do that. They're not selling your info. They're not charging you sellback fees. And so I appreciate that. We're the same way. When clients buy from us, all of that stays private, right? So I'm going to open this up for some questions. But the big thing that I want to get across from you is when you're buying gold and silver, again, it is a store of value. It's not an investment. It's not a speculation, right? And the main things you want access to is you want access to education. You want access to like low front end costs, low holding costs, and low selling costs. And if you can get all four of those things, that's perfect. And so that's what I do. That's what my company does. That's what we encourage people to look for, right? Now, the final thing that I do want to touch on is the broker thing. So if you're going to pay a fee, right? So when you're paying a fee, if you're going to buy from a broker, sometimes our clients will buy from us as a broker where they're like, hey, well, you do the order. So if I'm doing the wholesale thing and I'm paying for a membership and I'm just trying to get the cheapest cost, that's a do-it-yourself system. Meaning I have a membership. I'm going to log in. I'm going to shop my order. I'm going to place my order. I'm going to pick what I want. I'm going to do it all by myself. And that's why that's cheaper, is it's self-service, right? You're getting wholesale pricing and you're self-servicing. Now, if I need help or if I'm looking for convenience, that's where I would pay a broker. I'd say, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm not going for the cheapest. I just want to make sure I don't get in trouble. I want to make sure that I get the right thing, and I will pay you a fee to help. And that's where you'd hire a broker. Right. So where would I hire a broker? I would pay a fee to a broker if I didn't know what I was doing yet and they were giving me help. I would pay for convenience where I'm like, hey, I'm busy. Right. I have some clients where they're like, yeah, I know I could go do the wholesale, but I would rather just have you guys do it every month. Right? Just send it to me, bill my account. I don't want to think about it. I just want to have the gold show up. So that's another time I would pay a broker. The other thing is that they have access to like connections, information, things that I wouldn't get from anywhere else. Right. And so if I can get something like that, where it's like, okay, I'm actually getting, for example, we help our clients borrow against their gold. We help them lease their gold out for income. We help them set up gold IRAs. There's a lot of different things we do as a broker that other people might not do. Right. And so those are things that when I'm paying a broker, I'm justifying, okay, what am I getting for the fee, which is what I said at the beginning. So if I'm going wholesale, do it yourself system, I place my orders. I remind myself to place orders. I do everything myself. If I'm going for a broker, I'm really leaning on their expertise and I'm making them earn that fee is the point that I'm making.
If you're wondering, what does Wealth Dynamics do? How can we actually help you? Number one, if you haven't gotten a copy of my book, Blueprint to Financial Freedom, grab one now. You can get that down in the comments in the video. You can get the link for that. Number two, we do a free course on Fridays on personal finance. Okay, you can also get the link for the description there too. And then finally, if you have a desire to start getting help walking through these different phases toward financial freedom, book a call with my team. Go to our website, set up a call. We're able to help out and answer questions. That's how we can help you. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you turn notifications on, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.